Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Monday, March 11th, 2024. Checking in now with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl. Bill, first Monday after springing forward. I think this day should be a holiday. What about you?
That's not a bad idea. I like what you're thinking there. Yeah, it's always tough, but hey, it's nice to have those later sunsets, at least for most people. Those of us that have to get up super early the next morning, though, maybe not so much. But it's nice to have that extra daylight in the evening for those outdoor plans. Now, temperatures yesterday, a little bit warmer than what we saw on Saturday. Saturday's high in La Crosse was 44. We reached 50 yesterday. Plenty of sunshine across the region. So you can see the highs there range from 45 in Viroqua to 50 degrees in La Crosse, Winona, and Boscobel, also reaching 50 in Preston. Darkness with us. Again, not only is that sunset later, but the sunrise time is later. In fact, there's the new numbers with the time change yesterday morning. 7:23 for the sunrise this morning, but the sun doesn't set until 7:07 this evening. 50 and 23, the numbers from yesterday. Averages are 43 and 24. Want to draw your attention to the record high today, 67 set in 2012. That could be in jeopardy later this afternoon. Skies are currently clear across the region, just some high clouds up to our north and to our west. Current temperatures kind of all over the place. Most spots in the 30s to right around 40 degrees, but 18 in Black River Falls, 41 in Winona, and 41 in Decorah. Again, record or near record warmth for some today, 69 in La Crosse. The record stands at 67 set in 2012. So that could be in jeopardy in La Crosse later today. I'll have more information with my 8-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Bill, we will see you then. Time now for the stories making headlines this morning. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he'll move ahead with plans to invade the southern Gaza city of Rafah, even though President Biden calls the move a, quote, red line. Over the weekend, Israeli strikes hit parts of southern and central Gaza, killing scores of people and injuring others. That's according to the Palestinian news agency. Biden says Netanyahu has the right to defend his country from Hamas, but needs to, quote, pay more attention to the innocent lives lost in Gaza. This comes as this morning marks the start of the holy month of Ramadan for Muslims. This week, both President Biden and former President Donald Trump could gain enough delegates in the primary contest to secure their party's nominations. The two 2024 frontrunners have already pivoted toward a general election rematch, holding dueling rallies over the weekend in Georgia. Voters in the Peach State, Mississippi, and Washington State will make their voices heard at the polls tomorrow. CBS News correspondent Naomi Ruckham has more for us from New York.
Get out the vote.
Stumping in Georgia over the weekend, President Biden and former President Donald Trump previewed their likely general election rematch, trading barbs while pushing voters to the primary polls tomorrow.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans are trying to take our freedoms away.
Let's send crooked Joe Biden packing.
With immigration remaining a top issue this election season, the current and past presidents both addressed the killing of a Georgia nursing student, allegedly by an undocumented migrant. Speaking to MSNBC, President Biden expressed regret for referring to the suspect as a, quote, illegal during last week's State of the Union address, following criticism from some in his party.
I shouldn't have used illegal. I should have, it's undocumented.
Trump later bashed Biden's comments.
He was an illegal migrant, and he shouldn't have been in our country.
Trump also slammed Georgia's criminal case, charging him with trying to overturn the 2020 election.
This whole witch hunt should be put out of its misery and dismissed immediately.
President Biden kicked off a multi-state blitz the day after his State of the Union address, starting with Pennsylvania on Friday and Georgia Saturday. Today, he heads to New Hampshire and later this week, Wisconsin and Michigan. The Biden campaign says it raised $10 million in the first 24 hours following his State of the Union, which is sure to come in handy, with the campaign planning to spend $30 million in new ads.
Vice President Kamala Harris also on the campaign trail this weekend. She was focusing on building support among Latino voters. The Taylor community is mourning the loss of their beloved fire chief, Tim Rose. Rose died in February at the age of 50 after a courageous battle with lung cancer. On Saturday, friends, family, and colleagues gathered to honor Chief Rose's life and legacy at a memorial service. In recognition of Chief Rose's service, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers authorized Jackson County officials to lower flags to half staff on Saturday. There'll be increased law enforcement at Tomah High School today. This comes after emails threatening violence towards students and teachers were sent to several staff members over the weekend. Police now saying those emails came from outside of the country. Although the threats were only sent to high school staff members, police plan to beef up security at all Tomah schools. Police are encouraging anyone to report anything you may think is suspicious. Sunset Seniors orchestrated a heartwarming adoption event at the Viroqua Tractor Supply this weekend. The organization, which typically specializes in senior dogs, is shifting its focus to promote themselves while finding forever homes for 9 puppies. Their mission is to provide for the less adoptable dogs. Their sanctuary's median age group is 12. The oldest dog is 19.
Oh, a lot of people forget about the senior dogs. What happens, say, if your family member goes into a nursing home? What happens to their pets? A lot of times it's part of the reason they don't want to go into nursing homes because what is going to happen to them?
She adds it's great to see the dogs interact with the different people who stopped by. More than 100 people participated in the Coulee Region Humane Society's second annual Critter Crawl this weekend. The pub crawl raises funds for unexpected animal expenses at the Humane Society. The Critter Crawl has grown significantly since its start in 2019 when just 30 people participated. This year, organizers hoped for at least 80 people to show up, but the community surpassed those expectations.
Just getting to see faces that I don't know or that haven't been involved before, and knowing that we're supported by the community is always super important to us.
The pub crawl included the Stateroom, Helm Bar, Animal House, and the Driftless Arcade Bar. At each location, attendees had the chance to win prizes from trivia games. The time now is 6:06. Still to come on your morning news, the Department of Justice launching its own investigation into Boeing months after that door plug flew off an Alaska Airlines flight. After the break, we'll take a closer look at the latest investigation. And the solar eclipse is less than a month away. It's expected to cover much of the U.S. After the break, we'll have a travel tips for you to make sure your trip to the eclipse is a memorable experience. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. If you want to become an alien hunter in your own backyard, that may soon become a possibility. The U.S. military is currently developing a new portable UFO detection kit called Gremlin. Officials plan on sending the sensors to reported unidentified object sites to help collect better data. Authorities say approximately 1,200 reported unidentified flying object cases have been reported, and they estimate they clear and receive 100 new cases every month. Currently, the kits are being tested at a range in Texas. Despite the ongoing development and testing, the Pentagon says there's no evidence of extraterrestrial technology or alien life. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news at News 8 Now this morning is after the break.
I would like to tell you about the man I love, Eric, who is running for the U.S. Senate. A fourth-generation Wisconsinite, he graduated from East High and then became a proud Badger. When we met, I knew right away he was a take-action guy, a natural leader. He started his first business in his 20s and then built and turned around over a dozen companies, creating thousands of good-paying jobs. As busy as he was, our family always came first. Eric has a huge heart. In his 30s, he started the Hovde Foundation, which focuses on homelessness and rescues children from abuse, sex trafficking, and slavery. He loves our country and Wisconsin. He believes in the American dream, and he wants it to be possible for everyone. Above all, Eric is a man of integrity. He is principled, honest, and straightforward. These are the qualities I want in a U.S. Senator to fight for Wisconsin. How about you?
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Update your bathroom this spring with a beautiful new walk-in shower or walk-in bathtub from Mad City Baths. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted bathroom remodeler with installations in as little as 1 day. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Call now during our Spring into Savings event. Receive $1,000 off a new bath or shower with 48 months, 0% interest, senior military discounts, and you'll receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your estimate. Plus a bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call during this program will receive a vacation voucher with bath or shower purchase. You can use it for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. Mad City is also your trusted source for Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Plus, schedule your bath or shower installation now and ask about Mad City's double lifetime labor warranty.
We hired him to put in a walk-in shower, and from the looks of it, it looks absolutely beautiful.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers and an A+ rating with the BBB. Our custom baths and showers are infused with Microban for easy cleaning. Plus, with our price lock guarantee, receive a free design consultation and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. It's our Spring into Savings event. Receive $1,000 off a new bath or shower. With 48 months, 0% interest, receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. And the first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with bath or shower purchase. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
Welcome back, and a good Monday morning too. It's currently 6:11. Checking that schoolcast for this Monday, March 11th does include some record or near record warmth later today. Now this morning we're starting in the 30s to around 40 degrees. Plenty of sunshine through the morning hours once it rises. It's a little bit later with that time change, 7:23 sunrise time this morning. 56 by lunchtime. Afternoon highs in the upper 60s in the La Crosse area with a partly cloudy sky. Dexter, I think a lot of us feeling that this morning with that time change. A little harder to get out of bed this morning, but what a cute shot of Dexter. When Dexter awakens, probably hoping to walk with Lori at some point. It's going to be a beautiful day for that with plenty of sunshine and again, those much warmer temperatures than what we saw over the weekend. Skies are currently clear across the region. What you need to know, record warmth for some today, even tomorrow as well. Chance of showers, maybe even a thunderstorm late Wednesday or Wednesday night, and then breezy and cooler with some rain showers on Thursday. In fact, those cooler temperatures will take us into next weekend as well. Again, skies are clear currently, just some high clouds over parts of Minnesota and into far northern Wisconsin. Current temperatures in the 30s to right around 40 degrees for most. Cool spot, Black River Falls Airport just south of town at 18 degrees. Sunny to partly cloudy today. Again, warmer with highs in La Crosse around 69 degrees. The record, by the way, stands at 67, set in 2012. So that could be in jeopardy later today. I will have the rest of my 8-day forecast coming up in about 3.5 minutes.
In your consumer news this morning, the U.S. Department of Justice launching its own investigation into why that Alaska Airlines door plug blew out mid-flight in January. The DOJ is looking into whether anything that led up to or contributed to the blowout could impact the deferred prosecution agreement Boeing entered into in 2021. That case resolved criminal charges against Boeing after a string of 737 MAX crashes. Alaska Airlines says they're cooperating with the investigation. All bets are on in North Carolina because sports gambling officially opening to the public this morning. A new law that legalizes sports gambling went into effect last January, but it's taken some time for the state's Education Lottery Commission to establish the rules and regulations. Supporters say gambling will provide an economic boost to the state. Opponents, though, are concerned about people who get addicted to gambling and lose their life's earnings. North Carolina becomes the 38th state in the country to legalize sports gambling and the 30th to allow mobile gambling. If you're wondering what this spring's must-have accessory might be, look no further than this, Trader Joe's new mini tote bag. There it is, the limited edition canvas tote, selling for $2.99. It comes in 4 colors, as you see there. Social media videos show customers lining up for the totes to be restocked, then swarming to get their hands on one. Could these totes be the next Stanley Cup? Some are saying yes. If you missed the last total solar eclipse visible in the United States in 2017, you'll soon have another chance to witness this phenomenon. Monday, April 8th, a total solar eclipse will pass over Mexico, the U.S., and Canada. Jen Sullivan talks to a travel expert about where to go and the best way to experience it.
Do you still have those special solar eclipse viewing glasses? You may have another opportunity to use them. On April 8th, a total solar eclipse will be visible to millions of people in North America, 32 million in the U.S. alone.
I saw the last solar eclipse, and there is really something magical.
Expedia travel expert Melanie Fish says this eclipse will be visible in more areas than the Great American Eclipse in 2017.
This time, the solar eclipse covers a much more populated path of totality. So that means a lot more people are going to have a chance to see it.
A solar eclipse is when the moon passes between the sun and the earth, casting a shadow on the earth that fully or partially blocks the sun's light, creating darkness like this during the day. Mexico's Pacific coast will experience the total eclipse first. Then the path enters the U.S. and goes up to Newfoundland, Canada. People in 15 states will be able to view the phenomenon, and lodging is already in high demand.
Availability is getting tight for hotels to stay in and vacation rentals in the path of totality.
This year's rare sight falls around spring break, which is already a popular time to travel. So book accommodations, flights, and car rentals now. For those who have the week off, Fish suggests planning an entire trip around the solar eclipse. So pick a place where there are other things to see and do. Most importantly, plan ahead.
Don't just wing it and hit the road and say, I'm going to drive to wherever the eclipse is.
And after April 8th, the next total solar eclipse visible across the U.S. won't happen until August 23rd of 2044. That's it for your morning consumer news. Time now is 6:16. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl and get a look at today's forecast. Hi, Bill.
Good morning, Alexandra, and good morning to all of you. Checking the time lapse from yesterday, we had plenty of sunshine on our Sunday, just some high clouds late in the day, and right around evening time when that sun was getting lower in the sky, actually made for a nice little sunset with some nice colors in that western sky. And you probably noticed that sunset was later. This evening's sunset is at 7:07 with that time change over the weekend. Now, talking record warmth possible for today. 69 is my forecast high in La Crosse, 65 in Eau Claire. The records stand at 67 in La Crosse and 66 in Eau Claire, both set in 2012. So they could be in jeopardy later this afternoon, especially that record high here in La Crosse. Now, currently, skies are clear across the region. Pair of 40s out at the airport and downtown at the station. A little breezy, south winds 14 to 25 miles per hour, and that's making it feel like 32 in La Crosse. 32 for you folks in Eau Claire. Winds are lighter, but still causing a wind chill of 26 degrees. So temperatures generally in the 30s to right around 40 degrees in our neck of the woods, although Black River Falls Airport just south of town, that's the chilly spot at 18, 37 in Sparta, 34 in Viroqua, and 38 in Prairie du Chien. Again, winds generally from the south at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. That is pushing those wind chills into the 20s to lower 30s in many spots. Skies are currently clear, just some high clouds over far northern Wisconsin back across the northern plains. And what's happening, we've got an area of low pressure over the northern front range of the Rockies. That's going to lift this warm front towards the region for today and increase that warmth across the region into that record or potential record territory. Skies clear this morning. We'll see plenty of sunshine through the morning hours, just some passing clouds this afternoon, and then partly cloudy conditions for tonight. And heading into our Tuesday, more of the same, kind of a mix of sun and clouds for our Tuesday, but continued warm, and even into our Wednesday will be warm as well. Dry to start, chance of rain showers late Wednesday or Wednesday night. Zone forecast showing high temperatures today, upper 60s, could even flirt with 70 degrees in La Crosse County and points southward. As we head back to the north, some mid 60s, 68 today in Black River Falls and Blair, 69 in Arcadia, 70 in Fountain City, and far north will be the coolest relative to everybody else, 60 in Ladysmith, 62 in Cornell and Stanley, right around 64 in Chippewa Falls, and 65 in Eau Claire. So my forecast for today, sunny to partly cloudy, that record or near record warmth possible, 69 in La Crosse. Partly cloudy, mild tonight, lows around 49. Still upper 60s tomorrow, mid 60s on Wednesday. Again, a slight chance for a thundershower late in the day or Wednesday night, and then breezy and cooler Thursday with a chance of rain, 49 for the high. Low 50s and dry Friday and Saturday. Slight chance of light rain or snow showers for St. Patrick's Day. Cooler, 42 for the high, 41 on Monday. And then astronomical spring with the vernal equinox next Tuesday with highs around 49. So Alexandra, pretty typical in March that we get these temperature swings. And sure enough, over the next 8 days, we've got 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe even flirting with 70 in a few spots today and tomorrow. Back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. The time now is 6:19. Still ahead on your morning news. Endometriosis affects nearly 1 in 10 women, but experts warn many cases are going undiagnosed. Coming up, we'll share what you need to know about this painful condition and why so many women are unaware they have it.
The Bucks were looking to snap their 2-game skid in LA yesterday, plus the Badgers wrapping up the regular season against one of their conference rivals. I'll have those highlights coming up in the Blitz.
Here's California banker Eric Hovde running for U.S. Senate. But Hovde's lifestyle? Pure California. CEO of a billion-dollar bank. Here's Hovde's over $7 million Laguna Beach mansion. And 3 years in a row, Eric Hovde was named one of Orange County's most influential residents. Multimillionaire California banker Eric Hovde. On Wisconsin's side, don't bank on it. Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
It's spring bonus season. Time to take control of your spring in a new Ford truck. Get started with exclusive spring bonus offers at your local Northland Ford dealers. Then, own the season behind the wheel of your new Ford. Whether you're looking for power or capability, there's a Ford truck waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get in the driver's seat today. Get an F-150 XLT with 1.9% financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 in total savings, and for a limited time, an extra $1,000 in spring bonus cash.
Ever wonder why most window replacements fail? It's the installation process. Hi, I'm Steve from ClearChoice. Many companies rush through installations using the caulk and walk methods. They pop the old windows out, slap the new ones in, add a few screws and smears of caulk, then hurry on to the next job. Your window ends up barely hanging on. At ClearChoice, our Weather Guardian installation process ensures your windows are secure and airtight. Don't compromise on quality. Choose ClearChoice Window and Home Solutions for windows that stand the test of time.
Luther High School is a powerhouse in culture and fulfilling the needs of each student.
I'm hoping to major in some sort of engineering field once I graduate, so I was hoping that doing the robotics and trying out more hands-on things would help me explore the area more and see if I really like it. I think it really lets us broaden our interests more and deep dive into what we would be doing later in life. I'm really hoping I can encourage more girls to do it and just other students and really help people want to explore industry.
Luther High School, Christ-centered, encouraging and preparing students for life.
A social media post goes viral, and a local restaurant suddenly finds themselves with a full plate.
The whole community that shared it made me realize how tight-knit the La Crosse community is.
The story behind the incredible outpouring of community support for one of their own.
The Blitz. It's been an up and down season for the Wisconsin men's basketball team, especially in conference play. And the Badgers looking to head into the Big Ten tournament on a winning note. Regular season finale for the Badgers yesterday. Wisconsin taking on number 3 Purdue. A.J. Storr keeping his squad in it early. Nice up and under finish. Makes it a 5-point game. Other end, Badgers with no answer for the big guys. Zach Edey, the senior, having his way. Boilermakers up 13. Tyler Wall, though, going at the big man. Strong move and finish from Wall. Wisconsin within 7. Purdue starts to pull away, though. On the break, count this 3 plus the foul. Fletcher Lawyer puts Purdue up a dozen. Second half now, Badgers battling back. John Blackwell in the corner buries the triple. Just a 4-point game. But with less than 4 minutes to go, Purdue pulls away for good. Lawyer another 3. Badgers fall 78-70. Wisconsin will tip off the Big Ten tournament Thursday afternoon in Minneapolis. Bucks in LA yesterday looking to snap their two-game skid. Clippers playing shorthanded, and Dame Lillard taking full advantage of it early. Bucks take the lead, but LA still playing tough in this one. Early second quarter, Ivica Zubac's going to work in the paint. Nice baby hook in the lane, puts the Clippers up 6. Bucks respond in a big way. Giannis, a one-man wrecking crew in the second quarter. Nobody's stopping that. Euro step straight to the cup, and the two-time MVP not done. Different direction, doesn't matter. Milwaukee goes up by 3. Second half, Clippers clawing back. Terrence Mann wide open. He drills it. LA goes back in front. Bucks battling back, though. Dame takes it straight to the hole for 2 and makes it 83-80 Milwaukee. Fourth quarter, Bucks up 1 until Bones Highland knocks down the 3. Clippers regain the lead, but that's when Dame starts to catch fire. Later in the fourth, Lillard step back 3 on the money, and Milwaukee starts to pull away. Just over a minute to go. Dame with the dagger. 16 points in the fourth quarter for Lillard. He finished with a game-high 35 on the night. Bucks get the win, 124-117. That's going to do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Mobile Health Partner offers on-site drug and alcohol testing, saving companies time and money while ensuring a safe, productive, drug-free workplace. We ensure convenient, accurate, and confidential results right at your location. Busy job? Make scheduling easy and contact Mobile Health Partner today.
Do you feel like America is slipping away? Our country is facing enormous challenges. Our economy, our healthcare, crime, and open borders. Everything is going in the wrong direction. All Washington does is divide us and talk about who's to blame. And nothing gets done. That's not the country I know and love. I'm Eric Hovde. I'm running for the U.S. Senate. And I approve this message because I believe we need to come together and find common sense solutions to restore America.
Update your bathroom this spring with a beautiful new walk-in shower or walk-in bathtub from Mad City Baths. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted bathroom remodeler with installations in as little as 1 day. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Call now during our Spring into Savings event. Receive $1,000 off a new bath or shower with 48 months, 0% interest, senior military discounts, and you'll receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your estimate. Plus a bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call during this program will receive a vacation voucher with bath or shower purchase. You can use it for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. Mad City is also your trusted source for Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Plus, schedule your bath or shower installation now and ask about Mad City's double lifetime labor warranty.
We hired him to put in a walk-in shower, and from the looks of it, it looks absolutely beautiful.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers and an A+ rating with the BBB. Our custom baths and showers are infused with Microban for easy cleaning. Plus, with our price lock guarantee, receive a free design consultation and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. It's our Spring into Savings event. Receive $1,000 off a new bath or shower. With 48 months, 0% interest, receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. And the first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with bath or shower purchase. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
Prior to working with Mobile Health Partner, the random drug selecting process was really quite cumbersome. It's not only helped increase our efficiency, but it's really become kind of a one-stop shop. They're able to come out right to our work site, take care of the business that needs to be done, and they're able to go right back to work.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. A drug used to treat ALS may be pulled from the market after it recently failed a large clinical trial. The drug's manufacturer says after 48 weeks, its ALS drug, Relviro, did not show significant improvements for ALS patients' ability to breathe, swallow, or speak, also did not improve patient-reported quality of life, overall survival, or respiratory function. The company says for now, Relviro is still available, but it has stopped promoting the drug. Currently, about 30,000 Americans suffer from the disease. ALS causes the nerves to slowly deteriorate, making patients unable to move, speak, or even breathe. It affects about 5 million women in the U.S. Endometriosis. It causes severe pain. It's linked to infertility, but many people don't even know they have it. Mandy Gaither goes over the signs to watch out for and explains why endometriosis is often underdiagnosed.
It's been called the missed disease because many women may not even know they have it.
Endometriosis does impact 1 in 10 women. We do think that it probably impacts more women than that.
Dr. Megan Billow with Cleveland Clinic says endometriosis is a condition where tissue similar to the lining of the uterus grows where it shouldn't, like the abdomen and pelvic area. Symptoms include painful periods, abdominal or back pain during your period, pain during sex, heavy periods, spotting between periods, infertility, and painful bowel movements.
The reason it's underdiagnosed and can take up to 7 to 10 years from the initial onset of symptoms to diagnosis is because the clinical symptoms do overlap with many other types of conditions.
Billow says the other problem is there's no blood test or biomarker that can detect the condition.
Endometriosis does require laparoscopy or an invasive procedure to truly diagnose the disease. However, we are really working on non-invasive options to diagnose endometriosis, including ultrasound and MRI.
There's no known cause for endometriosis and no cure, but Billow says a diagnosis allows doctors to treat symptoms.
The best type of management is typically using a combination of medications and surgery to not only diagnose, optimize treatment, and control symptoms.
Endometriosis most commonly impacts people between the ages of 25 and 40. It can also happen to teenagers. Risk factors include a family history, the length and duration of a menstrual cycle, and defects in the uterus or fallopian tubes. Women who start their period before age 11 may also have a higher risk. Cornhole enthusiasts gathered at the Onalaska Omni Center over the weekend for the Ace in the Hole tournament. The spirited competition raised funds for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Teams of 2 entered the tournament for a cost of $60. Top division winners had the chance to take home a prize of up to $300.
It's a great day to, be with friends and do good for some kids who really need it, so they can get to the hospital, so they can, have hotel rooms, so they can have anything that they may need, just food sometimes to get them through, whatever. It's great.
The event also raised money through games and raffles. The sounds of bagpipes filled the air at Valley View Mall on Sunday afternoon as the La Crosse District Pipes and Drums held a concert. That event showcasing a range of talent from beginner bagpipers to seasoned veterans. It also included a beginner demo for those new to the instrument. The concert's primary goal was to recruit new members to join their band.
There's really nothing like it. There's so many different forms of different music. You can play with it. You can do solo stuff. You can compete. You can do. You can play with the band. There's all sorts of different avenues, like tacks you can take with it.
Perfect time of year, too. Since the 1970s, the band has been a vibrant part of the La Crosse music scene. Currently has 28 talented members. A college in New York has started an unusual experiment asking retired seniors to live on campus, taking classes with students even. Michael George spoke with residents, both elderly and young, about how it's going.
Meet Howard and Judy Zweig. They're college seniors of a different type at SUNY Purchase in New York. The couple, in their 80s, lives in a retirement community built right in the middle of campus.
It's been fabulous.
The Zweigs say they chose an apartment at Broadview at Purchase College because they love learning and new experiences.
It's been wonderful. We walk all over the campus, and we go everywhere.
Right, left, right. Seniors living on campus can take salsa lessons taught by 19-year-old sophomore Sela Annunciata. They can go to school events and concerts and even take classes.
We're taking a class right now on the history of Africa.
And many people ask, why did you choose that class? Simple answer. We don't know anything about Africa, and we felt we'd like to learn about it.
Now, when you take a class, does this mean that you're having exams and
No, and that's why we take the class.
Annunziata, who attends classes with some of the elderly residents, says she's learning from them, too.
I feel like the senior citizens in the class, they have a lot to add because they have more experience in the world.
Just 3 months since its opening, more than half of the 200 senior living units are occupied. And the Zweigs say they haven't seen any wild college parties. In fact, the students have been great neighbors.
We've learned that living intergenerationally really works well. I think it's keeping us younger.
Left, right, left.
Redefining retirement and proving you're never too old to learn something new.
75% of the profits from the new Senior Living Center go towards scholarships at the college. Time now 6:35. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grohl to tell us what to expect on our morning commute. It'll be a little darker out there, a little longer this morning, right, Bill?
That's right. Sunrise time not until 7:23. So you'll note the difference compared to Friday morning when you stepped outside. Some of you may be driving in darkness this morning as opposed to last Friday. Speaking of darkness, yeah, it's still dark. That sunrise time, as I mentioned, not until 7:23. Although traffic moving along just fine across the region as conditions are dry, no precipitation anywhere close by. Drivecast for this Monday does include plenty of sunshine this morning, some passing clouds this afternoon, but mild temperatures. In fact, record warmth possible, 69 in La Crosse. Those sunglasses will be needed. Perhaps some extra coffee this morning if you're a coffee drinker with that time change over the weekend. Now, currently, skies are mainly clear, just some high clouds over far northern Wisconsin, back across portions of Minnesota and the northern plains. Temperatures generally in the 30s to right around 40 degrees, the exception the airport at Black River Falls just south of town there, 18 degrees, but again, most spots in the 30s to lower 40s. So sunny to partly cloudy, record or near record warmth for many, 69 in La Crosse. The record high stands at 67 in 2012, so that could fall later today. I'll have the rest of my 8-day forecast after the break. Alexandra?
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8, starting with Kylie, turning 8 months old today. She loves to play with her toys, listen to music, and is always smiling. Alex is also turning 8 months today. He loves to visit his grandparents and playing with the family dog. Reese is turning 18 today. He loves to tell jokes, ride his bike, and play golf. And Phyllis is turning 88 years old today. She loves crafting, gardening, and being around her family. Happy birthday to all them. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button right there on the homepage. Coming up, as student athletes hit the field for spring sports, injuries are a top concern. Coming up next, we'll be joined by Andrew Jagam, Director of Sports Medicine Research at Mayo Clinic Health System in La Crosse, for a Mindful Monday discussion on how to keep your athlete safe and healthy throughout the season.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Ready? Okay.
NexGard Plus helps you protect your dog from fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, and more. All in one delicious monthly soft chew. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. NexGard Plus, the one you want for one and done protection.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. Moving piles of earth, towing up to 4,000 pounds, cutting millions of blades of grass. We could keep trying to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
What I love about T-Mobile is that just about anywhere you go, you're going to have coverage.
Where I live is a rural area. The coverage has been awesome.
Reliable coverage is super important for me, for my business.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
Welcome back. A good Monday morning to you. It's currently 6:40 and record warmth possible across the region today. Here's the numbers. My forecast for La Crosse today is 69, 65 in Eau Claire. La Crosse's record stands at 67, and Eau Claire, your record stands at 66, both set in 2012. So both of those records in jeopardy of falling later today, especially here in La Crosse. Skies still dark, of course. Sunrise time is later because of that time change, 7:23 this morning, although it sets later, of course, as well at 7:07. Pair of 40s for the airport and downtown at the station. Kind of blustery winds out of the south. 10 to 20, gusting to 25 miles per hour, and that's making it feel like 32. 32 for you folks in Eau Claire with a wind chill of 26. Your winds are not as strong, but definitely some chills out there this morning. Otherwise, not overly cold, though, with the exception of Black River Falls Airport just south of town, 18 there. Most spots, though, in the 30s to right around 40 degrees, but with these breezes from the south, 5 to 15, even 20 miles per hour, that's pushing wind chills into the 20s. And lower 30s in many spots. Skies are currently clear, just some high clouds over northern Wisconsin back across the northern plains, and a warm front will be lifted to the north and east across the region. That's what's going to open the door for that much warmer air. Again, we hit 40s to around 50 for highs yesterday. Most spots will be well into the 60s this afternoon, even some flirting with 70. So skies clear to partly cloudy today, and then tonight partly cloudy conditions, and more of the same tomorrow, kind of a mix of sun and clouds, and still very mild conditions for our Tuesday. Even Wednesday's looking pretty mild as well. Speaking of, highs today, upper 60s to near 70 degrees from La Crosse County and points southward. And as we head back to the north, still mid to upper 60s in Osseo, Whitehall, Blair, and Arcadia, and right around 65 in Eau Claire, 64 in Chippewa Falls, 60 for a high in Ladysmith. Still mild tomorrow, highs in the upper 60s again around La Crosse, upper 60s, maybe some 70-degree readings down to the south tomorrow. And as we head back to the north, 68 in Black River Falls, 67 in Whitehall, 66 in Lewiston, Minnesota, and up to the north, 65 in Chippewa Falls, 66 in Eau Claire, 64 in Cornell. So for today, sunny to partly cloudy, record or near record warmth, high of 69 in La Crosse. Tonight, partly cloudy and mild, lows around 49. And tomorrow, still warm, 69, and still quite mild on Wednesday, mid-60s. Now, there's a slight chance for a thundershower late Wednesday or Wednesday night, and then cloudy, breezy, and cooler Thursday, highs in the upper 40s, low 50s, but dry Friday and Saturday. Chillier for St. Patrick's Day, slight chance for some light rain or snow showers, a high of 42, breezy as well. 41 on Monday, and then we welcome in astronomical spring with the vernal equinox next Tuesday with highs around 49 degrees. That's the latest check of my 8-day forecast. We'll toss it back to you.
As spring sports get rolling, injuries top of mind for many student athletes and their parents. On this Mindful Monday, we're joined by Andrew Jagam, Director of Sports Medicine Research at Mayo Clinic Health System in La Crosse. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so it's an exciting time of year for a lot of parents and student athletes. What are some of the most common injuries you see when youth sports start back up?
Usually with injuries, we classify them as contact or non-contact related. The name kind of implies which one is which, and we actually see more non-contact injuries than we do kind of pertaining to direct hits or contact. And the reason being is we tend to see more overuse injuries, and that's kind of what fits into that category where the athlete is doing the same sport or the same motion over and over and over, and it tends to just increase that risk of injury for that arm or limb or whatever that involved kind of muscle group happens to be.
Okay, and so what can parents and students do to stay safe while they're out there?
The biggest thing is to kind of just be mindful of how much work or training you're doing for that particular sport or activity. So athletes that tend to specialize early, play that sport year-round, are at a much higher risk of some of those overuse injuries. And then we actually see issues on the other end of the spectrum where if you go from 0 to 100 kind of within the same week, you're also going to be at risk for kind of doing too much too soon, which kind of presents the same way as an overuse injury, just because the body or the muscle group or the tendons weren't accustomed to that level of loading. And again, then we see a higher risk of injury. So making sure they progress slowly as they come from an off-season to an in-season period can certainly help. And then also trying to limit the same sport, you know, being played year-round without any breaks in competition.
Right. Yeah, so talking about that, you know, I think the pressure is kind of bigger than ever. You know, club, travel teams, school teams, you see kids, they want to play year-round, or maybe they feel like they have to, or maybe they play different sports, and so it's always their season. What's your advice to kind of navigate that to avoid these overuse injuries?
It is hard. I have young kids in sports, so we're kind of living this right now. And again, there is that pressure of it. If you feel like you don't join a team, you're missing out on an opportunity to get better at that sport. But a lot of the research actually indicates that multi-sport athletes tend to have more success in the long term. And it's because their bodies are exposed to different movement patterns, so you develop different skill sets. You become a more well-rounded athlete that tends to kind of play a bigger role in long-term success. So even though you feel like you might be missing out in the short term, in the long term, it's, you know, what we see is kind of the best model for long-term athlete development, helping to reduce risk factors for some of those overuse injuries, and then really kind of just promotes a well-rounded athlete that, you know, tends to lead to better success down the road.
Right, okay, so, you know, they maybe feel bad if they are taking a break, but just keep in mind, and they can do a different sport, right?
Yep, absolutely, and that's actually the ideal situation is, let's say you're a baseball player, instead of playing baseball year-round, throwing year-round, you want to take a break, give that arm some rest. In the meantime, you could play a sport like basketball or hockey where you're focusing on different movement patterns, different muscle groups are involved, you're developing different levels of speed, strength, and coordination so that when baseball comes around, now you have a more diverse array of skill sets that could, you know, play a more positive role in your baseball performance the next season.
Okay, great. We're also seeing more girls getting involved in sports than ever. Are there any injuries that are more prone to female athletes, or what are you seeing there?
There are certain injuries. I would say ACL tears are probably the most common, that we see a much higher kind of prevalence in female athletes than males, anywhere from about 4 to 8 times higher prevalence in female athletes. And there's a multitude of factors that kind of play a role in that. Some of it's hormonal differences, some of it's, you know, the way their skeletal structure is developed, and it results in different movement patterns or kind of biomechanics of the sport itself. But then we also just see from a historical perspective, female athletes maybe weren't as involved in strength conditioning programs at an earlier age, and maybe that plays a role as well because they don't have that base level of strength and coordination that maybe tends to make them more susceptible to some of those injuries. So as female athlete sports get more and more popular, we're hoping that some of those injury gaps kind of tighten up, but we don't see those major kind of contrast in the injury rates between the two.
Okay, and one last thing I wanted to touch on. We talked about the physical. Mental is also a big thing in this. So what about burnout? What can student athletes do to prevent burnout?
A lot of it kind of comes back to that sport specialization. If you're doing the same thing year-round, you're in these high-level clubs, you're in these high-pressure, you know, team settings or tournaments all the time, that sport kind of becomes a job rather than a fun activity to do with your friends. And so again, mixing sports up throughout the year, doing different ones, or taking a time off and just letting kids be kids, letting them go play with their friends, play at the park,
just do kind of normal physical activities that they should be doing, that is just really the best way to prevent that burnout. Just give them breaks, let them de-stress a bit, you know, pick up a new hobby or activity, and then hopefully they kind of refresh and have a new mindset come the next season, and then they don't have that level of burnout.
All right, great. So taking breaks and mixing it up, the key things there.
Yep, for both injuries and the burnout kind of side of things.
All right, Andrew Jagum, thank you very much for being here.
Absolutely.
Stay with us. We're back after this.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, Oppenheimer and Poor Things were the big winners at last night's Oscars. ET's Nichelle Turner takes us behind the scenes of Hollywood's biggest night. Also, we've got two of the best storytellers in the business with us this morning. David Begnaud introduces us to a dog who had to adjust to a new home after her owner died and is now bringing love and care to people who need it. And Anthony Mason shows us what could be the largest collection of popular music in the world and tells us why it's in desperate need of a new home. We'll have everything you need to know and more on the show. We'll see you at 7.
Do you feel like America is slipping away? Our country is facing enormous challenges. Our economy, our health care, crime, and open borders. Everything is going in the wrong direction. All Washington does is divide us and talk about who's to blame. And nothing gets done. That's not the country I know and love. I'm Eric Hovde. I'm running for the U.S. Senate. And I approve this message because I believe we need to come together and find common sense solutions to restore America.
Our composite windows are the clear choice for your home. This window is 12 times stronger than vinyl, 2,000% more airtight, and 40% more energy efficient, all at a price less than what many companies charge for vinyl windows. What does this mean for you and your home? Our composite windows make you more comfortable and save on your energy bills.
You're such a window nerd.
I've done my research, so you don't have to.
Come visit our new showroom and test the window nerd's knowledge. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
Hang on tight, Wisconsin, because fun just got a lot faster. It's Fast Play from the Wisconsin Lottery, an all-new style of lotto games that combine instant wins with the progressive jackpot. Playing is easy at any lottery retailer. Just print, play, and know if you're a winner instantly. The progressive jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with each ticket sold. The share of the jackpot increases with the price of the ticket. Fast Play is available now, only at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
You made a cow. Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
A social media post goes viral, and a local restaurant suddenly finds themselves with a full plate.
The whole community that shared it made me realize how tight-knit the La Crosse community is.
The story behind the incredible outpouring of community support for one of their own.
Download the News 8000 app today.
Welcome back. It's 6:52. Time for your morning news now. The Taylor community is mourning the loss of their beloved fire chief, Tim Rose. Rose died in February at the age of 50 after a battle with lung cancer. On Saturday, friends, family, and colleagues gathered to honor Chief Rose's life and legacy at a memorial service. In recognition of Chief Rose's service, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers authorized Jackson County officials to lower flags to half staff on Saturday. There'll be increased law enforcement at Tomah High School today. This comes after emails threatening violence towards students and teachers were sent to several staff members over the weekend. Police now saying those emails came from outside of the country. Although the threats were only sent to high school staff members, police plan to beef up security at all Tomah schools. Police are encouraging anyone to report anything you think is suspicious. Cornhole enthusiasts gathered at the Onalaska Omni Center over the weekend for the Ace in the Hole tournament. The spirited competition raised funds for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Teams of 2 entered the tournament for $60. Top division winners had the chance to take home a prize of up to $300.
It's a great day to, be with friends and do good for some kids who really need it, so they can get to the hospital, so they can, have hotel rooms, so they can have anything that they may need, just food sometimes to get them through whatever. It's great.
The event also raised money through games and raffles. The sounds of bagpipes filled the air at Valley View Mall on Sunday afternoon as the La Crosse District Pipes and Drums held a concert. The event showcased a range of talent from beginner bagpipers to seasoned veterans. It also included a beginner demo for people interested in the instrument. The concert's primary goal was to recruit new members to join the band.
There's really nothing like it. There's so many different forms of different music. You can play with it. You can do solo stuff. You can compete. You can do. You can play with the band. There's all sorts of different avenues, like tacks you can take with it.
Since the 1970s, the band has been a vibrant part of the La Crosse music scene. Currently has 28 talented members. And the Onalaska Omni Center coming alive with the spirit of family fun as the Parenting Place hosted its Family Fun Expo. The event's mission is to encourage families to come together and engage with one another. It's also an excellent chance for families to discover various resources and organizations around the community. Activities included a bounce house, face painting, and cornhole.
Seeing parents make connections, and then of course seeing the children having a wonderful time just makes me smile.
Officials were expecting about 4,000 people to show up. Donations were accepted for the Parenting Place's diaper bank.
And temperatures on this Monday morning starting in the 30s for most, although 40 degrees in La Crosse, 32 in Eau Claire, 39 in Winona, 34 in Viroqua, and 39 in Prairie du Chien. Sunny to partly cloudy today, much warmer, record or near record warmth, in fact, with highs in the upper 60s, right around 69 in La Crosse, with a south to southwest breeze of 5 to 15. Staying warm tomorrow and Wednesday, mid to upper 60s, and then a chance of thunder showers late Wednesday. Cooler, breezy, cloudy, chance of rain showers on Thursday, highs in the upper 40s.
Thank you, Bill. If you love a toasty grilled cheese sandwich dipped in tomato soup, Campbell's may have the perfect pairing for you. The brand is infusing one of its most iconic tomato soup with the flavors of a grilled cheese sandwich. The limited edition grilled cheese and tomato soup can be prepared with water for a more robust tomato taste, or milk if you want a cheesier flavor. In honor of National Grilled Cheese Day next month, Campbell's is giving away more than 400 cans now through March 20th if you want to enter. Visit campbellsgrilledcheeseandtomatosoup.com. Thank you for starting your week with us on News 8 Now this morning. We will see you back here at noon. Have a great day.